Hey guys, we are back for another No Cap Fridays. I am here, Allegra Jackson, the marketing medulla, with my AJ CEO partner, Ajane Johnson. And we're going to be bringing you some more of this No Cap Fridays, the truth about funding funnels and false promises in 2025. Now, last time we were here, we brought the business with the funding. So you guys heard a lot about that, where it comes down to, being the person that fuels the funding, meaning you go out there, you attack the funding strategies that you have put in place, and you reach out to the resources that can really support you where you are, especially as a woman and a Black owned business. We already talked about those challenges, what they look like. And so being very realistic about how to attack and, be fluid in doing these things every single day in your business. I do want to do introductions before we get back into this, because we are, going into the funnels side, which we kind of did last week, but we didn't go deep. So I'm Allegra Jackson, a marketing medulla, business coach, marketing strategist, as I said. I also support women entrepreneurs, and I guide them in making sure that they declutter their business. You have to also clarify what your vision is, and I also help them build generational wealth without overwhelm. Now, I do have partners by my side who are in different areas and different spaces of business that can support you where I cannot. So Ajane is one of those individuals. I want to let her introduce herself, and then we're going to get into the topic. Go ahead, Ajane.
Awesome. I'm excited to be here again with you guys. My name is Anjanae. Everyone calls me AJ, or Coach AJ is the name that I get a lot. So I am a financial coach, consultant, and service provider for business owners. I love working with business owners, especially when things start growing and going crazy and y'all don't know what you're doing. That's when I have the most fun. So just so you know who I'm looking for. But yeah, I'm so grateful for this conversation and definitely ready to dig in.
Absolutely. And listen, when it comes down to the business side, I encompass all areas of business, but Ajane focuses a lot when it comes down to your business structure, your financial awareness in there, and making sure you have someone to really brainstorm and guide you through that. I am not the one, y'all. I will not dig that deep. But you, I won't do it. But I love the fact that we get to partner up and talk to you guys about how we support you. So if you're in a space where you're needing support, don't be afraid to reach out. DM us, get into our spaces, and also follow us on social media channels so you can hear more about what we do. Now, today, we're going to go into this funnel section where, let me pull up my spreadsheet, guys, because when we talked about the statistics last time, it really did clear up some things for me, right? Because it reminded me of, if I got comfortable in business, where I need to pick back up as a Black woman entrepreneur, okay? Period. But at the same time, funnels was something that we discussed last time. And I said in the pandemic, funnels was a big thing. Everybody was like, funnel, 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 funnel. And I would ask the question, Ajane, I would say, well, you tell me what a funnel looks like then. if all you need is a funnel, and that's what you're saying you need for your business right now. Okay. And I'm talking to business owners that had no business plan. I'm talking to business owners that had no marketing strategy. I'm talking to business owners that literally did not even think about what that end goal was. Like, what am I actually creating the funnel for? How much money am I going to make? How many people do I need to bring in that funnel? And what is my deadline? Right. And so I was like, tell me what your funnel in your head looks like. And the response that I got, Ajane, was, well, the thing that you see on the website where you have like this long form, and and people see at the top where they put their name and their stuff in, and then at the bottom they buy stuff. And I'm like, okay, a landing page. Got you.
Yeah.
So you're looking for a landing page. Okay. So let's go back, because the funnel is not just the landing page. Now, the landing page is a part of the funnel. Okay. But it is not the funnel itself. So I think we have to wrap our minds around that. And last week we also, I just represented the imagery for us visualizers, right? People that learn visually, you have to physically see what the funnel looks like. And I kind of, gave y'all a little bit, like I was like holding my arms up like this and coming down in the funnel. I was like, it's large at the top, but it's small at the bottom. And if you actually think about real people coming into a funnel, right, there has to be a reason why they're willing to drop in there. And that's what we call a lead magnet.
Yeah.
So I really want to kind of go over the understanding or lack of in funnels. Ajane, have you had anyone come to you and get a little confused about that? And if so, what did that look like?
So yeah, I definitely have a lot of clients who don't really understand. Like they feel like, okay, my website's not enough, and they need something to bring more people in, and they have a hard time managing the process of the lead magnet, the sales page, the funnel. Like how does it all work together? I think that's the biggest disconnect, is understanding the different components that make those people go down that customer journey. So yeah, I've definitely gone through that a lot.
Yeah. So, so the biggest thing at the funnel side, right, is that, and here's some, I'll list this out here because we're in the funnel section. I want to read from what we have. So one of the biggest fallacies is if you build it, they will buy it. We said that last week. We're, and Ajane, I'm on number one past the funding side. We're after the so what can we do? Because we're going to come back around to this, guys, and we're going to give you viable solutions towards the end of this series. So you do have to watch and get an understanding of what this all is. We do not want to just give you information and go just do. We want you to understand. Okay. So the actual funnel part, the fallacy, as long as you have a pretty landing page and a 5-step funnel, people will automatically buy. The reality is that no funnel will work without traffic, trust, and a message market alignment. You need strategy, not just structure. And this is what it says what happens. You launch a funnel, but no one sees it because there's no audience building plan. So this is what we said, Ajane. Did we not say, like, you may have that funnel, but at the top, that big wide space, people have to really desire to get in there.
Yeah.
Like traffic is basically people walking into your store. If you are a virtual business, how are people walking into your store? That is really essentially what we're looking at. And I look at a virtual store as in all those elements that we put out there: the landing page, the website, the Google My Business. Like that's a website all by itself, and it's attached to the largest search engine in the entire world. Yep. So we really are looking at, this opportunity, okay? Where if you thought that putting a landing page up was going to automatically get people into your door of your business, your imaginary door, then if you don't actually go out and get the traffic, if you don't actually put something out into the world that people go, oh, I want that free guide, or I want that free workshop, or I want that, that prize from that giveaway, or I want that prize from that raffle, or all of the things that I just listed, guys, are lead magnets. Free workshops, raffles, giveaways, contests. These are lead generations. And I think really the biggest part of this, right? Because the fallacy that is given is based off of what we see other people doing. So we think because they have a landing page and it works for them, that it's going to work for us. But the truth is, the work that they had to do to get people in their funnel, they'll never tell you, right? They'll never tell you what they had to do to get 5,000 people to buy from them that month coming down that funnel. So you also have to look at this, you have a great product, but unclear messaging. So you have the wrong audience actually coming down your funnel. So if I do a workshop, and this is something that shout out to TC, my the partner that does the wine, women, and data Wednesdays, because the data will tell you the truth every time. Oh, yeah. Every time. And the messaging is part of your data. Your messaging, like all this information that you're putting out into the world and people are receiving, they're expecting to get the same message when they come down your funnel. So if I'm out here telling you guys, hey guys, I'm a business coach, I'm a marketing strategist, I love working with women entrepreneurs, but then you come down my funnel, you come to my workshop, or you come into my website, or all these places that I invite you into, and guess what? I'm not working with women, and I'm not working with Black entrepreneurs. That's going to look really weird. I'm also not working. I'm not marketing, right? I'm just coaching people, but I'm not. So you're going to be like, okay, I came for marketing. but all she's doing is coaching. I came as a Black woman, but I don't see other Black women. I came as a Black business owner. I don't see other Black business. You're going to get confused. And that can be anything from the pictures on your website to the landing page itself. Ajane, I would love to hear your feedback on that.
Yeah, I really think that the data is important, and because we have to know, especially in business, like your financial data, your client, like how many people are looking at your Google My Business page, how many people are visiting your website. And I just realized people are scared of the numbers. And it's really important to understand that, because if you have enough traffic coming in and you're not converting them anyway, then what is the landing page or the funnel going to do? Like, is it going to give them something more specific to buy? Are you willing to tap into that creativity of like, hey, what free thing can I offer? Or what $7 thing can I offer? Something to bring people in. Because, I mean, if you got 500 people going to your website and you're not even getting 5 bookings every month, something's disconnecting. You're marketing to the wrong people. And if you're not marketing at all, then people are just finding you because you have great SEO skills out of nowhere. It's like, oh, I put myself in the right place, but we're not making money, sis. So, like, it's not working. So I definitely think, not being afraid to look at those numbers, even if they're low. Okay, how can we increase them? What are we not doing? What do you feel like, okay, I don't have the capacity for that? Well, you don't have the capacity to continue being broke, to continue struggling and trying to network and find people to refer people to you, but you don't have the social proof that, hey, you actually know what you're doing for real. Like, not saying you have to have 1,000 testimonials, sis, just have 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, do something where you can get somebody to tell you, hey, you're doing great. Hey, you changed my life. I got results from working with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's just my personal opinion. I went off a little bit because that stresses me out. I'm like, so you're not doing anything to help your business, but you want me to fix it? Like, I can't fix that. Like, I don't know how to help you with that.
I love it. Shout out to my cousin Darion. He said no cap.
I saw it. I was like, let me not
marry my business partner. Yeah, seriously. We all need to marry our business partners, honey, because it is hard in these streets of running a business, and then you have other people around you that will pull from that energy. You don't need nobody pulling from you as a business owner. Everybody around you needs to be pouring in. Period. And I don't, I know that this is kind of tricky because I went through that process of like having to focus on my business really strategically and leave everyone else alone, leave them where they are. And that helped me be an aid to people later. Right. So sometimes you do have to kind of focus. And I love that because and when he said it, just reminded me like it just, I'm in that headspace too, cousin. So no cap. So anyway.
Okay.
So here we are in this place of just looking at the actual funnel. You have funnels for marketing, you have funnels for sales. So that's another thing that we have to identify. You cannot take someone down a funnel and think that, or just post a funnel, right, where it's including those 5 steps, which is a part of the landing page, and then now you're just kind of allowing things to just happen. You have to go out there. You have to be intentional. Like you're saying, Ajane, you have to look at the numbers. And honestly, if you don't know what you don't know, right, you have all kinds of resources. And that's why I say today, we don't have a lot of excuses. I can literally go to my ChatGPT right now and be like, can you give me a 5-step funnel for A, B, and C? ChatGPT, my homegirl Sage, okay, Sage Soleil, she gonna give it to me every time. And I tell people, use AI and automations in your business so that it's making your life easier, more seamless, right? It's like the situation where we are in this struggle mode in our minds and we stay there, right? We like to struggle. We like to make things hard. And if that's how we've been in our personal lives, it goes straight into our business. So we're trying to really maneuver through that, right? If you're in this place where you're doing business and you're doing it backwards, we're trying to get you on a point where you're going back to that and saying, did I do a 5-step funnel or did I just put out a landing page? Am I just thinking about a landing page or am I actually looking at it as a funnel? Your marketing funnel is the first funnel people should see. So when we say offer a free workshop, offer a complimentary giveaway or a giveaway of some kind, raffle things off. I've seen businesses do this so much the huge brands do this all the time. And if huge brands are doing it, it's not because they have a lot of money, it's because they know that that's what keeps it sustainable. They keep their marketing funnels open all of the time. And so while we're sitting here getting all these emails from Home Depot and we don't shop at Target no more, but we used to. And, we have all these emails and things coming this way. They don't care if we're getting too many emails. They don't care if we're seeing them too many times. They don't care. This is a process. And we love free stuff. So give people what they want and get them in your marketing funnel. And that's step one. Get your lead magnet together. Start looking at where you are getting people in your funnel. And that's most likely the problem. So that will be like for this whole week, guys, like if you have any funnel open, I want you to go back to your funnel. I want you to look at how people are entering that funnel, whether it's subscribers to your website, whether it's a free workshop you're doing, whatever it is. Ask yourself these questions. How do these people benefit from this offer? And how many people do I want to benefit from this offer every single month, every single day, whatever that case may be, okay? So I'll stop there because that's what came up for me, y'all. I was just, okay, we can go deep in here. Low ticket tripwire, we commented about that last time, and you went off on that one, Ajane. You was like, no, this pisses me off because y'all are trying to trick people into your offer. So fallacy, $7 product will hook people and lead them straight to your $9.97 offer. Do you want to kind of, go off of that a little bit? I'll let you take this one, Ajane, because I'm going to go to the next one. But it says that low ticket funnels often attract bargain hunters, not quality leads. High quality leads. I don't know who wants a bargain hunter. I don't. I want high quality leads that are going to stay. And it requires huge volume and strong back-end strategy to be profitable. This is the work that a lot of us don't want to do, Ajane. But I would love to hear again about where you sit with this, because I know it really pissed you off last time.
It did. I went off. And I'm gonna go off differently this time. So basically, the tripwire thing, it really makes me upset only because sometimes people are really low on funds and they may have like less than $100 in their account, and your $7 offer may make them think they're going to get some more than what they're actually going to get, right? So then you tell them, oh, for $9.97, I can meet with you, you can join my group, and you can do all these things. And it's like, hold on, sis, I got $100 and I got rent next week. Like, how am I going to do this, right? So you need to have a part in your funnel that says this offer is not for. You need to disqualify people. Because some people are just looking for the $7, $3, $5, $12 thing. Like, what's my next thing that can just help me get to that next step to really build my business? Let's be real. Everyone doesn't have it, right? You're not marketing to the people who don't have it. Problem is, y'all marketing to folks that don't have it, then get mad because like, oh, I only got 10 sales last week because I have this big funnel and then they're supposed to be paying me. I'm supposed to make $1,000 a day at least. I mean, it's a $9.97 offer. Why isn't everybody buying it? Because you're not marketing to people who have the money, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am, sir, whoever you are, whoever's watching. I know all the people are watching. But it only makes me upset because I'm one of those people who had a hard time leaving folks behind. Like I want to help everybody, but I realize the people that I need that are going to make sure I can buy groceries every month and pay bills and, keep things. The reason I could buy my car cash were not the people that were struggling and having a hard time. Now, can I offer something to them? Yes, but if they don't like to read, they ain't gonna buy the ebook. So why not make it a part of, I want to nurture everybody. And I had to deal with myself with that because I can't take, a person that I was working with 3 years ago and then take him into a $250 offer. Some of those people could really only afford like $50, like a month to invest into me. I can't do that. That doesn't sustain me. And you have to pick and choose your sustainability over your, like, oh, I don't want to leave them behind. No, honey, they can come to the free workshops. They can come. Yes, because you don't know who they know. You don't know what the information you're going to give them is going to put them in action to like do something different where they can come back and say, because you taught me this, because I followed you step by step, now I'm able to finally invest into you. It may take them 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but that's okay. But you need to stop marketing to them. Because they're going to come anyway. The bargain hunters are going to come, honey. As soon as they see free or $7, like, I can do that. But then you don't know what they're going through and what restrictions they have. As a woman who has been a stay-at-home wife for almost 10 years, I know the restrictions that can be around someone who is basically being provided for. They may not have it. It may be in the household, but it may not be available to them. So think of when you're thinking about, I don't want to offer a lead magnet, I don't want to do nothing for free. Think about those people who need that little bit of information to kind of help them, but understand that's not your market. And if they come to you and book a call, tell them that they're not your market. But hey, I have this for you. If you're willing to sit and read for less than an hour, I can give you this ebook to get you going. As a matter of fact, if you subscribe, you'll have an ebook coming every month. You just got to commit to reading. And the $50 course. Hey, here you go. Here's a course. That's all I got for you. Now, you don't have to tell everybody about your $4,000 or $5,000 offer. It doesn't matter if they don't have the money, love. That's not all. But hold on, let me read something I'm supposed to be reading before I get in trouble because I can fuss it. So we covered the low ticket offer attracts bargain hunters, not quality leads. They require huge volume and strong back end strategy. So knowing your customer journey, the mindset of the person you're marketing to, what is going to appeal to them? I'm gonna be honest with you. That 15 section funnel situation with all those words, maybe somebody that's ready to make a decision is not really trying to read all of that. Like, that's for the people who need to be told to spend $7. You're looking for the person that's trying to spend $7,000 because they're like, yeah, I need help now. I'm stressed out. It's 3 a.m. I'm tired of doing all this by myself. Who is the person that can just take this off my hands? So that's my opinion on that. So what happens is you spend hours building it and only make $42, which is basically what I just said. 7 times 6. But you know what I'm saying? Do the math. You burn out nurturing cold leads who aren't ready to invest. This is for you people, my loves, that have these calls and you spend your time on Zoom all day and you get mad because nobody's ready to invest $1,000. But you didn't tell them, hey, do you have this investment? And if they don't answer the question right, don't feel like, oh, I still want to meet with them. Who knows how I can help them? Honey, set up that funnel where it sends them the stuff. Like, hey, this is what I recommend for you. This may not be the space for you. And please don't feel rejected. Know that I'm not willing to put you through a sales call. I'm here to make money. I'm here to make sure that you also get something you can use. I thought about you. That's your I thought about you moment. Like, I got you, but not in my personal space, not in my coaching program. I can't do that. So back to you, Allegra. I'm done fussing. I need some water.
No cap. So I love it. And the reason why this is so, we speak in such passionate ways here is because we've seen so many examples. And we know that, there are people that are very frustrated. When you were speaking, I was thinking about, that whole process of someone wanting to buy a $7 offer. Now, I don't mind offering my clients a $7 offer along with the $9.97. Like, you get it for free at that point. But that's something that you're doing because that's a resource that you know that people will need or want. You can offer your products at $7. Just don't let it be a tripwire to try and get people into your $9.97 offer. Like to have an expectation that, okay, if I just get them in the door with $1, then I can just upgrade them later. I love how you said that people really are just bargain hunters, and sometimes they just go for the lowest ticket offer because that's what they can afford at the time. But high quality clients and high quality customers, they're going to do exactly what Ajane said. They're not going to read all through all of your stuff. They don't need all that. They're looking at your message, they're hearing you, and if your message is clear, like we said, if you know what your message is saying to the audience when you go live and you tell them, hey, come into my website and take a look, then if that message is the same when they go to your website, they're immediately going to say, oh yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. Click. Like, people that have it don't hesitate because they invest already. Like it's when we get to a place of trying to serve everyone. Sometimes I believe that takes a toll on us because now we're looking to be the hero, right? We're looking to just serve people, and we can serve people, but make sure that you get the fuel back, right? Let them make a deposit before withdrawal. And even if they're getting something for free, they're still making a deposit. They're giving you their name, their email, their phone number. Like, they're making a deposit of some kind. So this is for all of us who may not like funnels or may have a distaste for, how things have been done when it comes down to these tripwire offers. And it's because it comes from a very greedy place. And we're telling you guys about these fallacies because it can really distort distort you in thinking that that's how it is in business. And that's not how it is in business. That's just how some people do business. Okay. And we're letting you guys know that you don't have to do business like that. So that was the part that pissed Ajane off. I'm glad she elaborated on that. And if you get the wrong audience in your marketing funnel, you're not going to like it. Like Ajane said, you're going to be so pissed off at people that didn't do nothing to you. And be like, man, people don't buy nothing. Be like, no, people buy stuff. They just not buying from you. Those are the wrong people. So the next part, though, I do want to keep moving on because we kind of go fast in this room. These are some deep topics. Funnels are set it and forget it. Once you build it, it'll run on autopilot and generate passive income. We covered that last time. We said that funnels need constant tweaking. You need to constantly look at your funnel. The 5 steps, not the landing page, guys. Don't sit there on your landing page and start redoing graphics and words all day. I'm so sick of it. I had a client. Okay, so I'm going to just be transparent with you guys. I was working with someone on their Honeybook. Like I said, I work with a lot of apps and automations and software, and she had a really hard time. On the back end, had a Honeybook account for God knows how long, right? Never used it, but yet still needed a calendar, still needed an email CRM. All these things were all in the back of Honeybook. So for those of you who use Honeybook and don't use it, like you have it, but you don't use it, a lot of times what we do is, because we don't want to actually like work on the system itself or don't know how to work on the system itself, we start going to the pretty pictures. So it's like the OCD thing where you try to fix the house because the other things in your life are broken. It's like, well, as long as the house is clean, then not feel a little bit better. No, fix the root of whatever the issue is. And instead of just actually going in the back, I had to work with her for hours to do the back end with her. And then she understood, like, oh, okay, that's what makes it pretty, not the pretty pictures. It's the formatting of the back end, because all of that stuff in your head that you think has to be done, it's still sitting there. Even if you fix the pretty picture on your landing page, even if you put the words differently. And that's exactly what she was doing. And I had to actually say, stop. Don't look at it no more. Go to the back end and let's fix those first. And it gave anxiety, frustration, right? So I want to emphasize that today, because a lot of our resistance to, really getting our funnel in order comes from that. It comes from us trying to just make it look a certain way. So building your funnel, if you don't know how to build a funnel, get help. Number one. If you know how to build a funnel, but you're not building it, get help. Number two. And if you know what to do and you're not doing it, like you literally know how to build a funnel, you built them before, you probably even built it for your clients, but for some reason, you just cannot get it in your head and get it together to go behind that funnel and create the calendar, set up the CRM, make sure that people have good emails going out and that it's structured in a customer journey. Make sure that you have all your integrations attached to that. So if they need to get, an affiliate code, whatever it is that happens on the back end of your funnel, that's what matters, not on the front end. So the set it and forget it idea and the concept means that you put up the pretty pictures, but you never actually worked on the back end, because the back end is going to tell you what is happening. Now, I do want to go into how to check and constantly test it before we move on to the next one. But did anything come up for you, Ajane?
I mean, I definitely had a lot come up. I kept reading it. I was like, ooh, I wish she'd have read the rest of that. But yeah, so I feel like we are so afraid.
You can read it. You can read it, Ajane.
You should. Okay, because like that was all you, honey. Okay, so yeah, funnels need consistent testing. Okay, tweaking and traffic to stay effective. The part that got me, markets shift, platforms change, and buyer behavior evolves. And I feel like a lot of people have trouble evolving. Like we always go back to COVID, the pandemic. Everything changed. People started buying differently, making different decisions. And a lot of people just couldn't keep up. A lot of businesses couldn't stick around. because they didn't know how to stop the foot traffic and actually go, to more virtual. Like, how do I get more people to buy from my website? Because I don't want y'all to come to my store right now. So they just let go of the store altogether instead of saying, well, where can I learn how to handle this new market? For example, me offering funding, that was my way of not having to go out and network. I'm like, okay, well, investors are online, they're still buying properties, people are still moving. Let me figure out how I can offer funding to investors. So that was part of the business. I stopped doing it. Well, part of it was because they didn't have the financials together. So I was tired of talking to folks that I just couldn't get funding because they couldn't figure out where the money was coming from. But also, the company actually called me that took me through the class and gave me the certification or whatever. And they were like, hey, we revamped our training for post-COVID. So how you can actually get back out here and find those quality leads and things like that. We kind of realized the first training was really more pandemic based. And I was like, thank you so much. So now I'm able to go and refresh myself. They contacted me. But so that means to me, if your funnel is not working anymore, you need to be doing some testing with your customers. Do some surveys. Hey, how do you feel about, like, do beta test some stuff. Allegra beta test stuff all the time. Like, okay, I want to do this program. How many people want to come in here and see if this program works for you? I've beta tested before. It's important. It's data. It's market research. It's seeing where people are. Because if you know where they are and where your people are, you can market to them seamlessly. But if you're not willing to look at it and say, well, I just want to give up because I just don't know what to do, figure it out. Like I said last time, we need to figure it out. That's what business is all about. So I don't know if you want to talk about the what happens, but that's what came up for me. That's the part that stuck out to me, was just being willing to evolve and make different decisions so that your business can stay afloat.
That's powerful. It's something I didn't even think about. That's actually very, very true, guys. Like, and to the utmost. And that's one thing I think is something you just won't learn just because someone's teaching you business in school or something like that. Like, you have to experience it. That market will change on you. And it is not the same as what it was before the pandemic, right? Like, we used to actually be able to calculate market shifts. You can't even calculate it now. It shifts, you better shift with it. Like how you on a basketball court, you got to pivot, but you got to keep your one foot in that one spot. So I appreciate that, Ajane, because that brings such a different light to it. I will continue with that. The two things that happen, which is you leave your funnel up for months without realizing it's underperforming. So this means that we're not actually, like you saying, Ajane, testing it, tweaking it, and looking at the traffic. If I look at my funnel today in the back end and I see that 5 people came down, and I look at it tomorrow and 0 people came down, I'm going to freaking wonder what happened. I'm going to be like, wait, hold on. 5 people came down my funnel yesterday and 0 people. What happened that made those people come down, but then no people? Like, I'm going to figure it out. But if I'm not looking, guys, I'm never going to know. Like I say all the time to people, where are your target audience coming from the most? Where are they coming from the most? I ask that question all the time. And majority of the time people go, oh, I didn't even think about that. You have to know, like, if they're coming from only from Facebook, but you're posting on TikTok more every day, does that make any sense? Right. If most and this is where I feel like you can still use all platforms, but you have to focus on where people are coming from the most, so you can get more of those people in there, right? Yeah. Otherwise, you'll stretch yourself thin. So that is areas where I say, look at the back of that funnel and see, how you need to tweak it, test that thing out. Beta testing is definitely one of my things, Ajane. I think it's so much fun to do. But, hey, to each his own. It's one of those things where for those of us, and I've heard so many people, and I'll go debunk some things here. Some people go, well, you should charge for beta testing. No, you're money hungry. You don't need to charge for beta testing. Now, if you are beta testing and you already have a program that you vetted and you're giving a huge discount, that's different. But you have to, your beta testers are there to receive, but they're also there to help support. So for those of you who don't know how to manage beta testers and still get the results, every time I have a beta testing program, guys, I make a sale every single time. It's never about it's never about the beta testing. It's part of the marketing, right? So you have to look at well, why am I doing it, right? Is it a part of my strategy and does it work? Beta testing may not be a part of your strategy because maybe it never worked for you. But I digress. The leads drop off midway through the process and you don't have tracking in place to know where. So that's another thing in the funnel, guys, where if you set it and forget it, so you put the landing page, you put the funnel out there, you don't go check back on it, and 30 days go by and you realize, wait, I haven't made any money. And then you go back into your funnel and you see people unsubscribe, or just, people just not taking action, right? They may have clicked halfway through the funnel, and once they got to a certain point, they're like, oh, I'm good. And maybe it's because you started off with a tripwire. Maybe it's because you started off with a $7 offer and now they see the $9.97 offer and they're like, oh, I'm good, boo. Because that's not what you said. So when we set it and forget it, we have to look back and tweak. Those areas can be tweaked. And it's not to even, and this is the last thing I'll say about it too. Guys, don't get an attitude when somebody doesn't buy from you. Like, don't get mad when somebody exits your funnel. Don't get mad when they tell you no in the DMs. Like, I've literally, and this is what the shocking thing for me. And I think it's because we don't know what we don't know. I remember having these conversations years ago. I don't have these type of customers no more. But in the beginning, y'all, I had some of these type of customers and clients where they would come and say, I don't understand why she said she was going to buy it and she did not click that link when I sent her the DM. Okay. So you're mad at someone for not spending their money. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. So we have to be very clear that it's not that no one's obligated to spend money with us. They should be encouraged. They should feel good, right? One of my clients, Momo Lux, she says it's called happy money. I love that. Because when people feel good to reach into their pockets and to be like, oh yeah, I'm about to spend this money with Allegra. I'm about to spend this money with Ajane. I'm excited for them because I'm like, oh, you're about to invest in yourself, baby. Let's go.
Yes.
But people don't feel good about spending their money, and then it could be anything. Like one of the things I was saying with my client that had the attitude about someone I spent, I said, what made you think that they were going to actually get that money out for you? Because she said it. People say things all the time. Do you believe everything everybody says because they say it? No, you're gullible then, right? So unless someone takes out that credit card, unless someone puts out that finger on that PayPal button, unless they ready to do, I don't want you to believe anything until someone takes action. Mm-hmm. So that's why we look at data, analytics, and the back end, because people will say anything. But for a fact when they follow you on social media, when they like and engage on your posts, when they act. And here's the psychology of likes, y'all. You can tell whether a person is serious based on the type of like they give you. If it's the thumbs up versus the heart versus the care. I promise you, I have studied data and seen that the people who care are the people that pay. Mm-hmm. And there is also another psychology in it because and I do have an older clientele, right? And I'm gonna give y'all some clues because I do a lot of generational marketing and a lot of studies in generational marketing, guys. We don't understand that your ideal clients may be in a certain category of age. Okay. And if you don't know how they respond on social media, you'll think that they're not trying to buy from you when they are. Like, bro, we got to get it together. So it's not about what we already know, right? This is stuff that we don't know. So I want to get off of that because we talked about funnels or set it and forget. And I think the last one we're going to be able to cover today is this part, which is number 4, Ajane. I want to let you take that. Go ahead, sis.
Okay. To me, it is. All right. Oh yeah. To me, it is. Yeah. So what you said is I'm just over here bobbing my head. Like, yes, please tell them. Yes, this is so good. I'm so excited. So let me stay focused. Number 4, more steps equals more sales.
I know I caught you off guard. I'm sorry.
You did, but that was so good. Like, I was like, I'm not even going to give feedback on that. Like, we're not. Like, I'll take number 4. Let's go with it. So the fallacy is the more complicated your funnel, the more legit it looks. I'm telling you right now, I'm not a complicated buyer. I'm not. I buy the way that I like in my real life. That's how I kind of nurture other people to buy for me. I want a relationship with you. I want to understand who you are as a person. I want to feel like you have good energy, feel like you have good intentions. I feel like I can tell when someone's just trying to put something out there to make money. I can tell when I go to my own previous marketing when I was just trying to hurry up and get something out. I'm real with myself too. So for me, it's like if if your funnel's super complicated, I'm not interested because I just need to know what you want to do for me. Can you help me? Can you benefit my business or my life in any way? If you can't do that, cool. I'm just gonna exit off. But maybe you can. But you decided to complicate the process a little too much, and I can't get a thorough understanding. It's just 30 different pages of words and bullet points, and I'm like, can you help me or no? That's it. So the reality is, complexity kills clarity. And clarity is such a big word for me because that's what my entire business is set on. I just want people to get clarity around their finances, their personal business finances. I want companies to be able to understand their financial operations and make it seamless so things can stop being so complicated for them. And when you can't bring somebody clarity, that makes things really difficult. And it also affects your money. A confused lead doesn't convert. That's one of Allegra's favorite statements, by the way. Like that's what, and I'll be honest. I will give the full like I'm very authentic, and I don't care. I share my own hiccups in business. She was trying to help and I guess use one of my ebooks in one of her offers, and the platform that I was using was not set up the way that I needed it to for her to get access to what she needed. She was trying to invest into my business as a partner, and it was just like it didn't work. So she let me know, hey sis, your funnel's a little messed up. I need you to adjust that because I don't know how other people are able to buy. But if you have people that are,
I remember that.
not, you don't remember that?
No, I remember. I remember now.
Oh, okay. It was lagging a little bit, so I was like, hold on, what she say? Yeah, no. So, but that taught me something. The first thing I did was I stopped marketing the books until I found a proper place for them to go. And I woke up to, I have a website. I could just put the books on my website, get WooCommerce, boom, go from like, I'm not about to do this. I'm not because I'm trying to put my stuff on different platforms to attach other people's audiences. But if your platform's not set up for my stuff to convert easily, I need to get away from it. But my business partner had to tell me that. No one else messaged me. And she told me no one's going to say anything. They're just going to leave the funnel. So I'm like, oh my goodness, how much money did I miss? So yeah, you got to learn when to back up. So simple, clear, and results driven funnels almost always outperform over engineered ones. So three were simple, clear, and results driven. People want to know what you can do for them. My big thing is when I work with, like, say, for my tax clients, I'm always going to tell them I will not guarantee you a refund, but I will make sure that you know what you can deduct. I will guide you. I will give you this income and expense sheet. I'm going to be right here with you. Any questions you have, just shoot me a text. I got your back. They know that I don't work for the IRS. I work for them. I'm here to support you and help you. I'm learning the tax code for you, not for like their benefit. I'm not going to get you in trouble, but I'm going to make sure that you take advantage of everything that you need. But when people talk to me, I'm going to be honest with you. My closing ratio for taxes gotta be like no cap, like 98, maybe 99. Like I want to say 100, but it's a couple people that might have slipped through the cracks. No, I promise you, no cap. When I get them on the phone or they're referred to me, I take that serious. I need you to know you're safe with me. I got your back. You don't know what you're doing, that's fine. We'll eventually get to bookkeeping. Let's get you caught up first. I love me somebody that hasn't filed in 4 or 5 years. Because you have to understand, even though I don't have a physical funnel for taxes, I take care of people so well that they send people to me to get the same experience from me. So what are these people experiencing after the funnel? Do you have a video there that just looks like, I'm here to sell you something. I really don't care about you. I'm just trying something out because I want to make some money. Or are you giving them you, your authentic self? Your funnel is where you can present you, sis. You don't have to present the engineered version of you or the imposter that you feel like you have to show up as. So let me move on because I'm start fussing. So what happens? You overwhelm your audience with too many touch points, videos, or offers. We don't have to give them everything, y'all. We can keep some stuff in the arsenal. That's why you see some people might market something for a quarter, for 6 months, for a whole year. And then the next year they're like, okay, that went great. Let me create a course for that, move that into some ads. And then I'm going to go over here and launch this offer. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, I have over 50 ebooks that are from me. These are not the things I bought and retweaked. Like, this is my own, from this brain of mine, almost 10 years of information. I finally just like, hey, ChatGPT, help me. But I'm controlling, so I had to fix a lot of stuff in there. I was like, okay, I don't like that. Say it like this. Like I'm bossy. But I don't have all of them on my website. I don't desire to. I realize that what I have, I'm just going to make content around. And we're just going to go from there. I don't want to give people so many books, so many things to choose from, and they don't know how to make a decision. I want them to see my energy, my thought process, and the way I want to help them in the books that I already have. And I feel like I have to give them everything. And then the last thing that happens is you spend more time maintaining the funnel than selling the actual product. I am guilty of staying on the back end of my business because I just didn't feel like I wanted to get on live and talk to people. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't want to. I'm like, if you can just see my picture and just feel my energy and call me, I would love that. But I realized I have to be out there a little bit. You have to see me somewhere to understand who I am. So yeah, that's what I have for number 4. Back to you, Allegra.
No, that was so good. Okay, so more steps equals more sales, bruh. There's a statement that comes up for me, guys, and everything Ajane said was just the truth, the Bible, the bed, everything. I hope that you all are receiving. Less is more. Less is more. If a lot of the things that happens when it comes to our business, and I love how you describe some things where we may try and use different systems. I remember someone was telling me back in the day. I don't know if you remember when ChatGPT came out, but that was at a place where Jasper was also out. There was a couple of AI tools being tested out, and I remember people going, "Oh my God!" Like, it was literally like trends happening in the moment, and people just going from trend to trend to trend in groups. And I saw that first trend happening, and I was like, well, I mean, I get it, but I can't move. I can't move just because a new app is out, right? I have to research it, see if it fits into my business, how it fits into my business, right? So I honestly didn't use ChatGPT for the first, 3-4 years that it was out, and just really being able to focus on what I had. And I didn't miss anything. Y'all, like, I did not miss anything. And I think that sometimes we have to know where we need to put things in place. So when you said that you put your ebook out and it was on a platform that you were utilizing for an audience that was there already buying that. Well, when you saw that, okay, well, that may not work as well, right? And y'all, this is why I feel like partnerships is good, because I didn't even know that was what was happening with you. I just know what I saw, right? So when you have people that can kind of like, we support each other here, then you can go, oh, okay, now let me tweak it. That's what we meant by tweaking the funnel. Like, let me tweak it. Let me take that application I was using, take it off of there or leave it there. But if someone buys it there, that's fine. But I'm going to put my ebook on my website. Because that is an all-inclusive stage that I already have. How many times have we done this? I've done it. I remember in the beginning when I've always had a website, guys. Always had a website. Always had a blog there. Always had a CRM back there. Always had social media integrations there, right? But what do? We go outside of the website. We go to our social media and we post there. We go outside of the website. We go get another CRM like MailChimp or what is it, Flowdesk, or all these CRMs, and then we go get those, right? And we never integrate it with our website. We just go get them and start operating on the app, right? Same with a lot of things. And so this is what I call decluttering, because you're like, wait, I got this here, this here, this here, this here, this here. Okay, how do we take all of that and put it into one area that I can focus, right? We already got enough to do, guys. So so before we wrap this up, I want to just give my last, takeaway on it, because the complication is really where we have to look at, like, is your funnel complicated? Can someone go down your funnel and literally click one time, and if they want to get to the end of your funnel right now, they can? Or do they have to go through leaps and bounds to get to the final product? That's big for me, because I remember asking someone in their DMs, can you just send me the link to this product because I didn't see it on your website? And that was weird. Why am I reaching out to you to get a link for a product you're selling that's not on that's weird. But I, as a consumer, wanted to support. So of course I took it a step ahead. Now, nobody's going to do that. Your client, your regular customers and people in the world, they're not going to do that. They're not going to ask you where the link is, or I couldn't get past this stage. They're not going to ask no questions. They're going to go to the next person and buy, or they're just going to get busy with their day. So I always look at that and say, well, to really make your website look a certain way, or to make your social media look a certain way, may overcomplicate it for people. You may be doing too much. And sometimes we have to look at that and say, well, what do I really need to give to the people that, okay, I got ebooks, perfect. They need to know who I am, perfect. They need to be able to contact me if they need to speak to me, perfect. Those 3 areas are so simple that you can literally have a 1-page website with all that on it. Easily convertible. But what we want to do is, like I have done, because we do website designs and development here at AJ CEO Business Coaching Group. And when we get a website design, the first thing people go is, okay, I want a page for this. I want a page for this. I want a page for this. And we're like, okay, just tell us what you want people to see first, and then we'll decide how many pages that is. Because what we do is we look at other people's websites and then we go, oh, that looks like a lot. Oh, I like that, right? But we don't have their customers. We don't know what that looks like in their funnel. So we look at that and we mimic it on our side. And we say, okay, well, I want it to look like that. And it's complicated. So, and the reason why I'm talking like this, guys, because I was one of those people. I complicated it. I made my funnel look so everywhere that I confused myself. And the last thing I will say with that is, if you are not sure if your funnel is complicated or not, this is what I would tell you before we get out of here, because we're about to leave, guys. Go down your own funnel. Act like your own customer. Act like you don't know anything about your business and that you're literally coming in as a brand new customer. Go to your social media where your lead magnets are. Go click on the link. Okay, boom. That's what they click on first. Then go down that link and see what you get next. Majority of the time you will find, and this is what I found about, I want to say 80%. We talking about numbers here. That's a very, very high percentage of people that I've seen go down a funnel and find that it's broken. So I want you guys to do that. Okay. Take time this week. Actually click on the links that your customers and your clients would click, because we're talking about funnel fallacies. And I promise you, once you take action on your own funnel, it will tell you exactly where your funnel is. So that's where I will end. If you guys need support and help in any of those areas, make sure you reach out to myself and Ajane. Our tags are here. Also, we will drop some links after the live stream. So when you listen to this replay, you will be able to still connect with us and still see how we can support you. I do want to make sure that emphasize, though, right now, guys, I only have a limited amount of seats for my program. So when you reach out to me in the DMs, I'm going to be very clear. We are doing business growth and clarity. That is it. We are having an intensive. So for those of you who are not really ready to work, if you're just like, I'm thinking about it or whatever, I would just advise, listen to these live streams. Okay. I just want you to listen to the live streams. And then once you make a decision on where you want to grow in your business, okay, then I want you to reach out to me and I want you to let me know, I need to improve in these areas. Can you help me? Can you support me? Ajane, what do you have available for them right now that they can get supported in?
So right now, I do have an opportunity for you to speak to me about your personal finances and your business finances. Because truth be told, the growth, the systems, all the things that need your support, those two things have to make sense. If your business is funding your personal life, we have to see where all that money's coming from, where it's going, try to condense some things and do stuff that makes more sense for you. And I just want to give you a safe space to have that conversation. So I do have like a guidance call that I'm running right now for $97. I have also the same concept for my budgeting sessions. I have a signature budgeting method. It's called Barefoot Budgeting. And it's basically, we're just going to walk through this thing barefoot. We're going to figure it out. We're going to fill all the crumbs. We're going to fill all the dirt, all the dust, and then we're just going to clean it up together. So you have both of those options, same price. I'm literally going to sit there with you and go through everything. And then the guidance call is simply, hey, I'm struggling. I don't know anything about bookkeeping. I don't know anything about finances. My business is all over the place. I'm thinking about pivoting. I don't know. I want to bring you into clarity so I know who to send you to. Okay. And then we'll work on the money together. So that's it. That's pretty much all I have. Thank you so much for holding this space. I had so much fun, as always.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Ajane. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same hour, Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here for No Cap Fridays, the truth about funding, funnels, and false promises in 2025. We are going to continue with this series. At the end of this month, we will see if we're going to continue with this particular topic. So we always want to hear your feedback. If you have areas in your business that you want us to be honest about and you want us to kind of tell the truth on, we are here for that, okay? And you see my girl Ajane does not hold back. So I want you guys to make sure that you come through, support the live stream. And we are on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So that means that you'll be able to catch us on any of those channels. We will see you guys next week. Have an amazing